everybody, welcome to not World of Warcraft, Warcraft 3. This is a real-time strategy game by Blizzard Entertainment. It's a sequel to Warcraft and Warcraft 2, and it's one of my favorite video games of all time. Now, we're going to start here with the prologue, which is the tutorial, and they kind of combined them both, and it was really intelligent, and you kind of have to start with a tutorial to really follow the entire plot of the game. Now, here's how you can't follow the plot of the game. I can't get the cinematics to work. So I'll just post links to the cinematics in the description of the videos. You can watch them when they're relevant, and hopefully that'll be good enough and you all won't skewer me. Anyway, let's get this game a-rollin'. Start with Chapter 1, his Dark Visions, or whatever it was called. Normally I'm going to go ahead and cut these loading screens, but I just want to show you that they have a cool feature where they put up the map and you can see the characters moving as they move through the fantasy world and what's going on. Anyway, here's some plot.
What kind of nightmare was that?
It was not a nightmare, young war chief, but a vision. Follow me, and I will reveal what your future holds.
I don't know what this is all about, but I'll play along.
Alright, so this early mission, all of them really, at least this one, you don't have to worry about any resources or upkeep or anything like that. We'll explain as we go along. But what we have to do is we have to find the prophet, so we have to follow the narrator's directions to do so. As you can hear, the narrator is chit-chatting away, but I'm going to go ahead and ignore him because I think I know how to play this game a little bit. Right now, he's just saying, like, here's how you move. Click the move icon, click the flags, and you'll move towards the area that you said you were going to move towards. Here's the kind of an idea of what a base looks like in the game. So you get these barracks, that's what produces your first units, towers, all that good stuff. Anyway, here's our first army. I'm going to hit Control 1, that creates a control group, so if I select somebody, I can just hit the 1 button, and then there we go. Oh god. Oh god. No, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. What do I do? Oh, I guess I hit the attack button. That's what I'm supposed to do. So, that actually was relatively intelligent. I managed to run outside of this unit's aggression distance so that he had to waste time running back to his camp. You can do this normally with the creeps in the game, creeps being the term for all the neutral enemies that appear, and it's generally a pretty smart thing to do. Now, this is a Null Poacher, so they have a ranged attack, and ranged attacks, generally speaking, are tougher. They do more, no, not tougher, but they just do more damage than melee attacks, because they have armor piercing usually. So I tend to, of course, prioritize killing those enemies first. You may also notice another tactic that I tend to employ, and that is I run away units as they're getting attacked. That kind of forces them to... Oh, let's learn Chain Lightning. I leveled up at one point. That kind of forces the units to spend a whole lot of time changing their targets, and they have to spend some time going through the animation of turning around and stuff like that. And when I do that, not only do I take less damage overall, because they aren't able to attack as often, that it more evenly distributes the damage across all of my grunts. As you can see, they're all definitely still in the green amount of health, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and use Chain Lightning on these Murlocs again. And this way, I don't have to worry about one unit dying and being pushed down to 2, because it doesn't matter how injured your units are, just their very existence, they're always able to fight at full strength. So you want to basically just have your units be as healthy as possible for kind of very obvious reasons. Now, here we're going to deviate from the path a little bit. We're going to follow this deer, and oh, what's that? Little treasure chest. These little items appear, you already saw me pick one up, but what you do is you just run over, you right-click on them, and they pop into your inventory over here in your hero. My hero is Thrall, and, you know, heroes are basically super special units. You use them to, you know, lead, and they are basically the spellcasters of your army. And as you can see, I have two spells right here. Chain Lightning, which is an aggressive spell, and Farsight, which you can see basically just reveals bits of the map, like so. Obviously not too useful in these early missions when I don't really have any enemy AIs to worry about, because all I'm doing is fighting neutral people. But in the later campaign, that's particularly useful. So these are golems. The things about golems is that they don't go to sleep at night. They take a whole bunch of pep pills or whatever, and they're the truckers of Warcraft 3's universe. But, you know, I kind of talked over this whole section just to get through it really fast, because I want to get to the real nut meat of the game here. And anyways, you can see right now it's nighttime up on this icon. It's currently, well, normally it would pop up and tell me what time it is, but I guess it's not doing that. It's currently two dots o'clock. Uh-oh, I can't seem to run him away from the golem, so he's going to just keep taking the damage. Yeah, as you can see, that didn't quite work out. Anyway, the game has a really robust day-night cycle, which kind of does various things, like it limits the amount of things you can see at night. Things are a little bit more hidden. And if I remember correctly, some spells behave differently during day and night. But what's really important is that the creeps in the game will fall asleep at night, and then you can kind of get bonus attacks on them. Unless they're golems. Golems are different, as we just saw. So here, you'll see all of these creeps are asleep, which means I get a first strike on them. All of these creeps are also trolls. Trolls have ranged attacks, so I can't really do too much about them. But I'm going to come in close so that I can hit him with all my melee attacks right away. And I wanted to do that because I knew that the trappers, they throw nets down. And the nets, as you can see, they lock a unit down. They're not able to move. And so that's, you know, really inconvenient. But if I moved all my units right next door to the enemy I wanted to kill the most, then they would still be able to attack. It's not a matter of moving them away at that point. With the ranged creeps and ranged units in general, I don't do the whole running away from them, as you just saw, because I can't really run away from a ranged unit. They can outrange my ability to run. And here we are at the very end. Doesn't matter if Thrall makes it there or Grunt, just so long as somebody finds that prophet. You could potentially even go through this whole mission without using Thrall at all, I guess.
Greetings, son of Duratan. I knew you'd find your way.
It was you I saw in the vision. Who are you? How do you know me?
I know many things, young war chief, about you and your people. My identity at this time is unimportant. What is important is that you rally your people and leave these shores immediately.
Leave? What's this all about, human?
Human? I left my humanity behind long ago. I am something different now. Know that I have seen the future and beheld the great burning shadow that is coming to consume this world. You sense it as well, don't you?
The demons are returning.
Yes, and only by leading your people across the sea to the distant lands of Kalimdor will you have a chance to stand against them.
But how can we—
I will answer all of your questions in time, young war chief. For now, rally your warriors and prepare to leave this land. We will speak again.
None of this makes sense. But the spirits tell me that I should trust him.
Alright, so that was the first mission. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of plot that I need to spend some time going through. Here's a scoreboard. Whatever, y'all don't care about that.
It's been 3 days and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting you.
War Chief, the clans are assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Grom Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Grom. Where the hell are you?
Alright, and I will go ahead and just go over some of the plot basics right now. But basically this guy is Thrall Durotar, and he is a leader of the Orcs. The Orcs were the primary enemies of the humans in the previous 2 games. The first game was even called Orcs versus Humans, so that should tell you that kind of the fact that a human is talking to an orc at all, let alone helping out an orc, is kind of a big deal lore-wise in this game. Oh, hi peons. Okay, we'll go ahead and make them mine for gold. Grom Hellscream is another character from the game Warcraft 2. He was one of the most important characters. He's a war chief, and the war chiefs are the leaders of the orcs. They go ahead and make another peon here. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about them. They're basically the generals, the kings, what have you. Anyway, the orcs in this game, as you can tell, are a little bit on the shamanistic side. That's what he meant when he was talking about the spirits guiding him and whatnot. And you go and see that you'll see that the shamanistic elements will become more and more prevalent as we move through this game. But for now, I think I'm going to cut off this episode right here, and we will escape to Kalimdor in the next time that we play this game. Not exactly the smoothest ending, but whatever. Okay, thanks, bye!